Hello guys, welcome back to Balls Deep Fishing. Today we are going to talk about how I mounted my kayak in my garage. Check it out.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, yeah!
Back to the channel. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Well, it's nighttime here in Georgia, and I shot this whole video earlier, and I have no clue where it went. So I am having to redo it. My garage door's down because it's freezing cold outside. I'm sorry if you may hear a little bit of echoing, but we're gonna get through this together. So today's video, or tonight's video, I want to share with you how I've mounted my Crescent Kayaks light tackle onto my garage, or onto my wall in my garage. I've had numerous different kayak storage. I've had trailers, kayak carts. I've had a suspension system or a suspendable mount that hold kayaks, and I really love that product. But I've got my garage all set up now, and I have a workbench and stuff like that, so it kind of eliminated the suspendable kayak storage mount that I had rigged up for that, but that's okay. And so whenever I got my Crescent light tackle, I got rid of the kayak trailer, and for the reason purposes, you know, I'm getting back to the basics, which I've already covered all those bases. So I got rid of my kayak trailer, which my kayak trailer used to park right here and my kayak would sit on it. But ever since I got rid of that, all my Crescent has been basically sitting on the garage floor. And as y'all know, I have 3 crazy wild kids, and with my wife parking in the garage, all the kids' toys, I just knew that if my kayak was to stay on the ground, it would get damaged or potentially just all sorts of stuff get messed up on it. So I needed to figure out a way, since I couldn't use my suspendable pulley system kayak storage mount that I mounted a while back, I had to come up with something. So I initially went back to, let me fix this real quick, it's driving me crazy. There we go. I went back to more of, I call them J-hooks, kayak racks that are J-hooks. So basically it's a metal hook that you mount to a wall, and it's a J-hook, and you're basically, your kayak sits on top of it like you see right here. But what's really cool is I found these, I'm calling them J-hooks, on Amazon for like $37.95, a phenomenal price, and I wanted to see how they were gonna work out. So I ordered a pair. It's called the 1220 Rad Sports Pro Kayak Mount. If you basically just go into Amazon, type in 1220 Rad Sports with a Z Pro Kayak, it'll eventually populate, and it'll be one of the first things that pop up for like seriously, like $37.95. Yeah, I have Prime, but still, that's still a great price. And it holds up to 100 pounds. So keep in mind, the Crescent light tackle is only 75 pounds, but so you can actually fit bigger and larger kayaks on these 2 hooks right here. It was packaged very well. It was quick shipping, obviously from Amazon, but it was very easy to mount to the wall. As long as you find a stud, guys, I am telling you, whatever you do, make sure you find a stud, and you make sure you space your hooks out properly. So basically, as you see mine, I have one right at the beginning of the tank well, and then I have one right at the beginning of the hatch. To me, that was enough span across that would let it sit evenly on the J-hooks itself. And what's really cool with the J-hooks too, these hooks, is that the hooks itself are padded on almost like a pool noodle wrapped around the metal. so it's not metal against plastic while your kayak's sitting there. And also, it has buckles on each hook, so you can actually physically secure your kayak to the wall. And that's a huge thing for me with having little kids. And if that wasn't buckled, you know, who knows what would happen? It'd fall off and it hurt them. So that's definitely a cool little feature they added into that. And getting back to install, guys, like I said, these things ship fast. I got them within 2 or 3 days. And it was a very, very easy install. I was going to shoot a video on the install, but it was so easy there was no point to the video. Basically, you get 2 hooks and you have 6 screws, okay? 3 screws go in each hook. And again, I repeat, make sure you find a stud. And basically, you just put the J-hook on the wall, and then you just screw it in with the 3 screws. It's screws that go straight through the metal. There's already pre-drill holes in the metal. You don't have to mess with none of that. It's a really, really cool thing. Very easy to mount. But another thing, guys, a lot of people in a lot of shops, they have these to hold their kayaks on, but they keep them a little, you know, they keep them a lot lower than what I have it here. Right now, the bottom of the kayak's about, I don't know, 4 feet off the ground. And the reason for that is I have a 6-inch lift kit on my Toyota Tacoma that I haul my kayak in. And to save my back and everything else, I wanted to put those J-hooks a little bit higher, so whenever I back my truck in, I can back it into the garage just a little bit and basically unbuckle and basically move one side off the hook, go ahead and slide in the truck, and then move the other end of the kayak off the other hook and easily slide in and out of my truck. Easy load, easy unload, and that's what I was kind of looking for. And also, guys, I love it how the kayak is at an angle, so it's not taking up a lot of space. That's huge for me, especially with, you know, my wife parking in here and having all my fishing stuff and everything up above. I needed more room, and this was my solution for it, and I'm absolutely pleased with it, 110%. And they're sturdy, guys. Like I said, they hold up to 100 pounds. But even on one hook, after I drilled it in, I went ahead and I did the old body test to it, and it held up. Now, keep in mind, I'm only $1.55 soaking wet, but still, it held up very, very well. There was no play in it whatsoever. So really, really pleased with it. I think it's going to help me out tremendously throughout the year. And so basically what I'm going to do now is, since it's on the wall, I'm going to get some Plano shelving to go up underneath it to hold my, to hold my crate, my trolling motor, my seat riser, all that good stuff. So basically everything will be centralized right there on the kayak. So basically pull my truck up, throw my kayak in it, throw everything else right there in this back seat or in the back of the truck, and I'm good to go. So really, really pleased with it. And I've already had a lot of people on the Crescent Kayaks owners page. I posted up one picture of it, and there was already like 10 people that commented on it, asked me questions, and I believe those people got all these already. Again, this is no plug, this is no sponsorship, this is just a pretty cool product that I found on Amazon that I feel like it is very useful, and it'll help a lot of people, because I swear, I cannot tell you how many times I've been asked the question, how do you store your kayak? Where do you store your kayak? Do you store it on the transom? Do you store it standing straight up, on its side, on its hole? I mean, tons and tons of questions. And so I feel like, it's not going to damage the kayak. It's got padding under the hook, so it's not going to scratch it up or anything like that. It's secured to the wall. Kayak stores hold them like this. Kayak manufacturers hold them like this. This is, in my opinion, the best way to store a kayak if you don't have a trailer or anything like that. Another good solution is obviously to sit on the ground, but with my kids, I did not want to sit nothing on the ground, because I can promise you, I'll come out here in the middle of the day, my son will have my Ryobi drill, and he'll be drilling a hole in it. So that's why I did that. But guys, I hope this video helps you. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please drop a comment in the comment section below. I greatly appreciate it, guys. And guys, I can't thank y'all enough of all the love that y'all have been giving me lately. I've had numerous comments, tons of comments, and that really means a lot to me, guys. It really does, and I just want to thank y'all for that, guys. But I got a lot of cool stuff coming y'all way. I got a lot of good videos. I got a big surprise coming in on the Crescent kayak that I'm manufacturing myself. So that's going to be a cool little video. And then also just kind of a playbook of what's coming next is I got some a full rig out overview of the Crescent light tackle. And my battery just became low battery. But anyways, guys, I got a lot of cool stuff coming y'all's way. I'm not going to take no more of y'all time, but thank y'all so much for watching. Stay tuned. I got some more stuff coming. Stay classy, keep them tight lines. Deuces.